And all aboard. Episode 76. Back to Inland Valley and Central, coastal, I should say, transports. And we're looking at their finances. He's been doing better, but his assets are going downhill because they are aging out. It's time to take and start thinking about how to take and make this system even more profitable so that we begin to impact that net wealth. And that's going to require, unfortunately, spending some money. And as we can see, we got a lot of guys waiting for clearance, so it might be time to start turning around some of these guys, sending them to the depot and working them through. Now, I do need to take a peek here and see, because I believe we have a new oil car. Yes, 24 cubic meter versus the current one is a 19. Oh yes, well, this is a grand improvement. So let's take a peek at our locomotives, and I want to try the egg just because I think with those speeds we're going to get better performance. So we're going to go with, on the oil line, eggs. Our station size is 4 deep, so that's all we can go is 4 tiles. We are hanging out quite a bit, in my opinion. So we're going to knock it down, run just 6 tanks. That is a 5 cubic meters per increase over current production runs, and that means we're carrying a whole extra tanker. On that, and that is our primary slew oiler. And that is the line we're working, is the primary slew oiler. We'll go over and do pastoral pasture and the meadow magic. Can't speak this morning. 4th cup of coffee. Threw a cinnamon stick in with the grounds. Needed a little flavor. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just start setting these guys up. So we've got 6 of these on each train, and we're going to see just how well this is going to perform. Set it onto the primary slew. Do 5 of them initially, because right now there's quite a few trains on there. And we're going to start looking for any of these guys that are on their way back, and we're just going to retire them out in the field. Anybody who's empty is getting retired in the field. Anybody who's full will be told to retire at end of line. And we should have our new one on here too. Oh, hey, yeah, we'd sent him back to the depot. Go ahead and, oops, didn't mean to copy him. Sell him. Launch that guy out. Retire you. Launch you. So we should have 3 of them out there out of the 6. And let's see how we can do. Set these guys all up to start retiring as they deliver. Next thing we're going to need to do is, in order to run these trains, we are going to need to see what we can do. About speeding up the line. So it's time to take and do rail work for IVCT, and we're going up to 120 mile an hour track. 120 click, I should say. So 120 click track being laid should begin to take and get these guys really rocking and rolling. Now, of course, we're still going to have a slowdown when we go across our bridges, because I think our bridges are set for a lower speed. Try to get everybody set up. And we've got a change that we need to do here while I'm at it. And that change is a simple one. We need to simplify out the outline there. Now this has backed us up to an extent. And it's got me wondering, did I put the wrong cars on? I did. Okay, time to send these guys all back. Get the right cars on them. Nothing quite like being Cali Jack, and how not to game, is there? And on episode 80 on Tuesday, which is what we're planning, is 78, 79, and 80 for Tuesday. That will be the last plays on Calico for 2 episodes, and then 1 episode of flipping back and forth, watching and turning off the bankruptcy protections. We might go to an episode 81 if it looks like there's going to be a tight finish, or if we do it towards the end of the episode. But 80 or 81 will be our end game for the first honest try, where I think we've gotten a good feel for some of the things that are changing, understanding that there's going to be a whole lot we're going to have to figure out, and understanding that we're going to need to talk more about train choice, especially when you're dealing with Cali and his foolishness of putting the wrong cars on. Get these oil tankers onto it. And there we go. Pretty much everybody's been fixed now, hopefully. Got a couple of trains to go back into the depot, and we got a couple of gremlins that are still out in the line, still functioning and needing to retire. And there's a gremlin. Yep. Gremlin. Retire when you unload. Take another look at that line now and see if he's still showing. Yeah, he's going to still show blue. We'll find out whether or not this is going to really improve performance or not. We do need to do this onto the pastoral and the meadow magic. Pastoral. So let's go over there and take a peek at them. And we'll want to find their dispatch yard. Oh, I was still dispatching out of them, wasn't I? Boy, we got a lot of work to take and do here. Let's build a train depot. Let's do the same thing. We're going to do just the eggs. Use them cars that we shouldn't have used the first time. And we're kind of limited to a 3-length train on these guys. So we're going to set him up to be on what's our connections here? That's the pastoral. So we're going to do the pastoral. And we're going to copy that convoy because I think we can do 2 onto this one. Why do I think that? Well, honestly, who knows? Do a platform choose there. And then we need to do a platform deselect here. With a standard signal behind him. There he goes. For our passenger line. And then we need to expand this freight station. And let's see how we do. Oh yeah, they both filled up right away. Go back to the pastoral. Vehicle list. Take that gremlin and he can just retire out there in the field. And he's already showing in the black. Still had a few gremlins on the primary oil slough. So we're going to go ahead and retire those guys out and see just how much of a boost we're getting. From the eggs. And Get some money back here. Unfortunately, we're much deeper into the hole, so it is going to be tougher. We're going to be running a little bit long this episode, I have a feeling. Because next, we need to take a look at those other lines and make certain we're speeding up everywhere and adding what we need to add. And what do we need to add, you may ask? Well, that's simple. We need to add quite a bit. To our line to begin having a better, faster line long term. Pricey mistakes here I'm making. Very pricey. Same time, I'm good with making mistakes as long as I can start speeding up my line and getting things going. Do some blasting here along the line after we get everything set up and signaled out for the new siding that we just put in. Get this guy by and then everything should straighten away. And it's time to go to the Meadow Magic. Meadow Magic also has 2 trains on it. So we're going to start retiring these guys off. And get that other line set up. So let's go ahead and speed the line first. Take out that signal to replace it with a 2-way. Unfortunately, we've got sloping issues. There we go. So we're going to give this a throat in. Or we're going to pull everybody in there. Take out this signal. You. Hi. Go to the nearest depot for a second. Didn't really want to do that early, but there's not much choice here. There we go. That all sped it up. Hopefully we will get a better input and output now. And we're going to do a slightly different setup. To begin with, we know that signals at the end of the stations will cause problems. So we are going to go with a one-way, choose here. Take out that segment of rail right there. And we're going to do a separate in. Destroy that, choose. Well, this is no fun. That ain't working the way I wanted it to. Leave him at 100-mile-an-hour track. Platform choose right there. Now we can take out the deselect or dechoose. And let's go to fast forward and financials and see what we're doing. Still a downward trend, but let's see if this fixes it. And we've got to get those two trains replaced. So while it's on fast forward, we're going to go ahead and sell. Start the sunsetter. Second line. Get an egg with that on it. Set him to the Meadow Magic. Copy the convoy. Launch and launch. New dairy. Hey, this is the first time in a while we've seen new industry come in. So we are doing something right. The economy's growing. Yearly in October, that's not looking good. And our monthlies are stinking all over the place with the new service. Some of this is all the jam ups we had. Taking a peek here at the lines, we've got those three lines back into the black. Whether they're making as much as they used to or not, that's the problem. And judging by those financials, I would say not. Good news, though, because of how much our assets went up, our net wealth came up as well. So we only need to get back 6.2 instead of the 8 that we had before. So this is still doable. Hey guys, this has been about 25 minutes. We're a little bit over 26 now. We're going to take and call it a game here. This has been episode 76. We'll do 77, and then CCR is on episode 78, 79. Episode 80 and maybe an 81 will be the closeouts. Those will come on Tuesday. Pak128 is running on Tuesday because we are giving a longer time period for the poll upon the Expanding Worlds tutorial game. So, I hope you learned something by watching how not to do it. And have a better day than I'm having.